Hi folks, I'm recording this one on the new gimbal. Just have to let me know if it looks any better or not. Unfortunately, it's still my ugly mug in the middle of the frame. Um, but yeah, I'm recording this one. I just want to talk a little bit about overwhelm and worry chain and things like that. I don't know if they're terms you're familiar with, but I worry a lot. I think a lot of that stems from having a chronic illness from childhood. I spent lots of nights and weeks and stuff in hospital beds when my parents weren't able to stay the night. Those facilities didn't exist back then. I used to miss out a lot. I missed a whole year of school. I missed a whole year 9 in high school because of my arthritis, being in a wheelchair, and the school back then couldn't accommodate it. And and yeah, as an adult, it leaves me with like a lot of worry, and I have to get regular CBT and stuff like that to help that. Um, but I notice at the minute I'm doing lots of like worry chaining, as it's called. So I want to do a little quick video on what that is, what it looks like, and yeah, essentially what it is like I will get overwhelmed. I'll have a busy day at work, and just as I get all that done, my mind then turns to, for example, say I get all my tasks done on my day job, and then it's like, oh, but I've got all the stuff to do for the charity, or I've got all that advocacy stuff I've got to do before I go away for my next trip, or I've got to do this, I've got to do that, and it winds you, it wears you down, and you ultimately get overwhelmed, and that normally presents. I get quite emotional, quiet, withdrawn, um, and then that in turn flares my condition. I get more rashes from my psoriasis because of stress and everything else. Um, but one of the things I do is chain my worries. It's a known thing. It's well known thing of anxiety, which is something I've lived with since I was young. And I always say I never have anxiety when my condition, my long-term health condition, is well managed. So I see my anxiety as a comorbidity of my psoriatic arthritis. Um, but yeah, so what worry chaining is essentially when you'll have a concern, or you'll have a worry, or you'll have something that maybe be on your mind, and then I will verbalize that, like say to my partner or to someone at work or whatever, and then I'll jump to the next, to the next, to the next, and before I know it, it's blown up into this absolute storm. So a good example of that might be, maybe I look outside and I see I haven't cut the grass for a few days or weeks, and it's getting a bit of a jungle out there, and I'll worry that when do I have that time to fit that in? I'm so busy. When do I have time to fit that in? Um, and then maybe in trying to verbalise that to my wife, for example, I'll talk about the lawn, and then before you know it, I'm talking about, and I haven't got time to do the housework. And then when I've gone from talking about the garden to the house to suddenly, I don't know, maybe I'm on finances, and then I'm talking about something going on with Dylan at school, and I'm the whole time I'm escalating and getting more and more animated, and getting more and more angry and frustrated because I'm getting more and more overwhelmed. To the point where I then blow up, and I'll either then feel like the worst human in the world because I've said some rotten things or put all that burden on my loved ones around me, or I'll have this overwhelming feeling just to like run away. It's almost like a childlike thing where I will literally just want to get in the car and disappear, and I fight that because it's not safe. I know it's not safe. I've done it a couple of times in the past. You can watch a film that WebMD made about me, that sort of explains that better than I ever could. Um, and yeah, and it's all because of that feel of overwhelm, from worry and anxiety, and then how my mind will chain those issues together. Oh look, the tracker has decided to pick up Dylan's teddy. Don't ask me why, but I'm over here. Look. Yeah, so yeah, you got to see Dylan's dinosaur there. I'm still learning with this gimbal. So yeah, that's what happens to me, and I wanted to share it in case anyone else, because I didn't know worry chaining was a thing. I've been doing it for all my life, like years, and I didn't know it was a thing until I recently went through some step 3, they call it, CBT. It's like a higher level of CBT, more intense and practical CBT. And I had no idea I did it. I knew I blew up, but I used to just call it a blow up, like where a little thing would be the straw that broke the camel's back, and then I would, but the whole time I do that, it'll start with something minor, and then I'm worrying more and more and more about other things. And as I'm verbalizing that and getting more stressed and overwhelmed, it results in me just blowing up. So yeah, I hope that helps someone. I've got no answers. Excuse me. I'm not a medical professional. I never claimed to be. I can't fix that for you. All I can say is there's lots of things out there. Talk and therapy has been brilliant for me. And I hope by me sharing this with you guys that maybe it helps somebody else look into that and at least maybe join the dots to put their hand up and ask for help. If that helps, guys, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.